Artificer's Cast and the Dragon of Icespire Peak. Cabz, before we start, I sent you a WhatsApp message. Just have a quick look at it. And George and Rupert, I've sent you
right now.
Yeah, just a few minutes ago. So you may have read it already, Cabz. But okay. So, quick introductions then. Caroline and Joe, George and Rupert. Welcome to the Cabz. You can say hi to George and Rupert officially.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Perfect. Good. That'll do.
Sure. Sweet.
Yeah. So I think you've variously listened to each other on the podcast, which I am so delighted. I'm so delighted we've done those now. I don't really care if nobody ever listens to them other than us, but it's been really good to listen back to them. I've really enjoyed it. As a point in our lives and a point in time, it's really nice to go back to. So.
I very much enjoyed it, especially because we've taken a break.
Yes.
It keeps you in it. If you know what I mean, involved.
Yeah, it's a lot to pick up on otherwise. So, okay, well let's get straight into it. George and Rupert, I will bring you in at a reasonable point, okay? But just sit tight and listen for the time being, whilst we pick up from where we left off almost 8 months ago with the Dragon of Icespire Peak. We left the party in the Stonehill Inn in Fandorlin, having returned from a pretty long sojourn up east towards along the Tribal Trail, where you'd had many adventures and a lot of battles and seen and done things that are starting to forge your reputations as people to be relied on and people who may just be the saviours of Fandorlin and the environs. Coming back, you become richer than you have ever been in your lives, having salvaged the bell from the Shrine of Savras and being paid a substantial sum of money for that, plus the money you'd been given from Hablin, the Harbin Wester, the mayor of the town. So you find yourself fairly flush with gold, and you'd spent an evening in the Stonehill Inn, recounting your tales to the many interested villagers and travellers who have found their way in these troubled times. People looking for hope, some worried by your adventures, perhaps by the ongoing threat of the orcs and the various creatures, and obviously the dragon that is still at large in the area. But for now, an evening of fun and lots of laughs, courtesy of yourselves and obviously Locaron, who, as ever, is, what should we say, lording it over everybody and being as bold and as effusive as he always is with recounting the tales. But Dogman sits there and downs many a pint with little effect on his state of mind or his constitution. I believe Elberin and Evandale, you probably did your usual. You partook, but not to excess. And towards the end of a jolly evening, actually, the village spirits lifted by your presence and by your tales, as I said, you find yourselves climbing up the stairs to your bedrooms and enjoying a good night's rest in a bed for the first time in a few weeks. Is there anything you guys do before going to bed, or that you want to do before going to bed?
No, not really. I mean, we had plans for the next day, right? We pretty much decided what we were going to do, I think.
Yeah, very comfortable here. I don't need to set any alarms, just head off to bed, I think.
Okay, did you want to have just actually as some discourse through the evening? It's the evening kind of you find yourselves like a little moment of quiet while Locaron is probably telling some tale that gets taller with each retelling. Did you want to just have a quick recap of what it was you thought you wanted to do or were planning on doing in the next few days?
Yeah. So I believe we had a couple of quests, weren't there? And there was like a priority of we were going to go and see Horbin's brother or stepbrother or something like that. Well, Hoblin's.
Yeah.
I'm getting people confused now.
Harbin's.
Yeah.
Harbin's brother. We were going to go see him. Well, he wanted us to go and see him, and then he had originally agreed there was going to be 100 gold, and then he was like, 250. So then we were like, yeah, we'll do it for 250.
Yeah. Inflation.
Inflation, yeah, exactly. Like our reputation's going up, so our day rates are increasing. So I think that's where we were going to go, and then there was also a tale of a dragon slaying sword, but we weren't sure whether that was
I think there was two options, right? Either go up north at the logger's camp where his brother is, or go south where there was a small village that we're supposed to check out, as in like, could it welcome the population of Fandorlin in case the dragon attacks?
Oh, that was like a ruined castle, wasn't it?
Yeah, and that's very close to the village. So I think we're not too sure which option, either go north or go south.
Okay. Yeah.
Yes,
and didn't Locaron try and get us like ownership of the castle if we got it as well? Wasn't that in?
Yeah. Like if we clear it after we kill the dragon, we own the place. Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, the people of Fandorlin come stay with us, and then they can sod off, and we'll keep the castle.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, so it was either or, and we said we'll sleep over it. We'll sleep over it and decide the next day what we choose to do.
Yeah, we were worried about our reputation, though. The village love us, so did we want to be in like the good books with the mayor? So I reckon we should go and do the forest. I know the other one's really close, but I think there was like maybe go find the dragon sword as well. I don't know.
Yeah. But to answer your question, Amish, I was just going to have as many drinks as possible and go to bed completely wasted. That was my plan for the night.
Fine. Okay, well, you can achieve that. I mean, they have got extra stocks of beer in recently for your return. You drink more than anybody else. You have to... well, you've got a story to tell behind that, but obviously, you've got a huge constitution, and it takes quite a lot of drink. Even though you actually have been on the wagon for a good 10 days, so sort of you can probably down 10 pints or more, and that'll probably get you to the state that you're looking in. So you have this kind of conversation halfway through the evening as Dogman's getting a little bit more tipsy, and so some of the facts are like a little bit. We're probably going to do this, and he kind of doesn't think much of this sword thing, and it just gets So you're absolutely right, and don't forget, out of game, you've got that quests handout, which both George and Rue, you can have a look at. You should see that in your handouts there as well, so you can have a look at that. Just to get a little bit of an update, but that's all good. Sure, okay. So you go to bed. Dogman, you sleep the sleep of the very drunk, and Evandale and Elberin. Evandale, what's happened to Merlin while you're doing this? What's your sort of standard thing with him?
Well, you create the last thing you did in the last episode was create him again.
Okay, thank you. Then he'll be in his little what was it called? Pocket dimension type thing.
Okay,
I think it was your top.
My top pocket, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, fine, perfect. Okay.
Yeah.
Very good. All right.
And I might, as we go to bed, I think I generally sort of set him just on the window, just keeping an eye out.
Does he sleep?
He's an owl, so not at night he doesn't.
That's true. Good point.
Yeah. This is natural time. Plus, he's also really technically a fey creature, so you know.
Yeah.
Probably, but has different needs, but yeah, for sure, nice. So you've got the owl sitting Hedwig-like on your windowsill, looking out of the window. Okay, so you both go to sleep. You all go to sleep, and you sleep well, and wake up the next morning. Yes.
I was going to say I'd like to sneak into Dogman's room and put his hand in a bowl of hot water to see if he wets himself.
No. Just a quick question though. Before I
you can do that, Elberin, by the way, but I'll get you to roll for it in a minute. Yeah.
It's all a bit hazy for me when I go to bed because I'm very drunk. But is Locheron still talking downstairs, or is he gone upstairs? Or
you probably all kind of Toblin kind of calls last orders after a while. You know, it's gone on a bit later. I mean, there are no licensing laws per se here, but you know, everybody's had enough by sort of midnight time. So no, Locheron. Actually, he does stay down after you.
Okay.
But it's a bit hazy. But he seems to still be talking to a couple of people as you guys are going upstairs. Yeah. Okay. Elberin, make a stealth check with advantage to sneak into Dogman's room. Let's do the first roll back.
Yeah, it's a good one as well, isn't it? Trying to make him wet himself.
This is where we find if D&D Beyond is linked to Beyond 20. 16. Okay. Let's just check what Dogman's passive perception is. Even when he's asleep though. So yeah, that you can do that. He does not wake up as you go in.
I don't roll for it.
Yeah, no, you don't roll for it because you're fast asleep. You've got passive perception and you're fast asleep. But can you make a Constitution save, Dogman, just to see if your Constitution holds up overnight?
Mm-hmm.
And we have the tense moments where
it's coming.
Where Dogman's rolls.
Is he going to wet himself or not? 6 or 15?
15. Okay, no, you're okay. You don't. You do wake up in the next morning. So cock crows.
On the way out, I just like to pour a little bit of water just on his trousers.
Okay. All right, fine. Okay, you do that. Yeah. So. Dogman, you wake up and you don't feel too bad, to be honest. But you do notice that your hand is in a mug of water.
Locheron again.
And you look down and you notice that your trousers or your front of whatever it is you wear in bed is a bit wet. But noticing that the rest of the bed isn't wet. So
that's all right. I'll probably just piss myself again.
Okay. Evandale and Elberin, you wake up in your rooms. What's the first things you do when you wake up? Oh, are they still there? They've gone. Shouldn't have changed Wi-Fi again. He's definitely... No, you're on mute, guys. Oh, no, they've gone. Let's play some music. What are you going to do when you wake up, Dogman? We'll wait for them to come back.
I'm just going to grab my stuff and go downstairs.
Okay, all right, fine.
Yeah.
So, you climb downstairs, scratching the stubble on your chin as you go down. Oh, big man walking down the stairs. Crunk stairs, wooden stairs creaking, and they can't hear anything. They're not in the actual chat. And George appears to have gone as well. But
oh dear.
Oh, this is going well. Oh, George is back.
Oh, there's
George is back.
Can you talk to us, George? Let us know that you can.
Yep. Sorry.
Okay, that's good. That's cool.
Make sure that you're okay.
Yeah.
So Paul, Cabz and Joe have got not baby problems, Wi-Fi problems. So,
oh no.
They're as temperamental as each other.
I would switch over to you guys, but I want to let Caroline and Joe hear what we're talking.
No, that's all right.
You guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're clearly struggling to connect at the moment.
That makes 100% sense. No worries. I'm just going to turn on a light.
Yeah.
There we go.
Oh, look, I can do a background now. If I can find the button for it. Let's see. You can't tell me where it is. I've got to find it myself. This is the good test.
How does one use Discord?
Yeah.
No one really knows how to use Discord.
I almost shared my screen just then. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that would have been dodgy, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Okay,
I used to...
while we're waiting for the other guys to... Again, I've just had a look at your character sheet for Felmir, George, and I think you've got the right number of spells. Because if you look at your first level spells, some of them are rituals, so you cast them as rituals. One of them's a that you can just do at will, and the other one is the actual spell you can do. So I think that's it. And then you've got 2 second level spells that you can do as part of your pact. I think. Well, we can look into it some more, but D&D Beyond's normally pretty good at sorting all these things out.
Yeah.
Yeah, Caroline just said, wouldn't be right without technical issues. You're quite right.
Yeah.
Are you back?
Yeah, we're
Hey.
back right now.
Okay.
We just cut our sound out for some reason.
Nice.
Okay, perfect. All right. So I was, as you froze, I was just asking, what do you do? What's the first things you do when you guys get up? Dogman has got up, realised he's probably wet himself but doesn't care, and gone downstairs. What are you guys doing?
I would like to head down for the included breakfast in our B&B.
Okay, perfect.
I'm going to just pop Merlin back in his pocket dimension. Is that what it's called? I can't remember. Anyway, we're going to call it that, and head downstairs as well.
Okay, yep, fine. So you're only a couple of minutes there. You see Dogman down there. No sign of Logron yet, but the 3 of you come down the stairs.
Yep.
How's it, Dogman? Do you have a good sleep?
Yeah, great, brilliant. I think I pissed myself again. It's all right. You have to excuse the smell, yeah.
Barbarians, man.
Classic, barbarians.
Right, so go get some breakfast. Something to eat.
Toblin! Oh, he hears you coming down the stairs. Morning. That was a good night last night.
Yeah, brilliant.
Really lifted the mood of the village. But, obviously day comes and reality strike home, but it's good to have you all here. Breakfast all round?
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
Oh, I forget. You're not the first to wake. Master Locron came down this morning here. He asked me to give you this, Miss Evandale, and he hands you a letter. Right, I'll just get the usual breakfast for you. I'll be back out in a minute. So, Evandale, if you can open the letter and read it out to everybody.
What does it say?
What is that?
Says. Okay, so I'm just gonna look at Dogman and Alva and okay. Dear chimps. Oh, great, thanks. No doubt you're worried sick about your fearless leader and are dying to hear from me. Well, my friends, I'm fine. More than fine, in fact. That group of weirats really took a liking to their new god, and I just couldn't ruin their newfound faith now, could I? So, as their new deity, I've decided to lead them in the old shrine that they called home before the orcs came. Of course, this is really where I belong, don't you think? I admit I've made some enemies, but they are no match for a god. You are welcome to come visit any time. The standard custom is to bring an offering. I'm sorry to say that my time leading you all through our many adventures and saving you all from deadly perils is over. Do look after yourselves and don't forget the offering if you visit. Gold would suffice. Your glorious ex-leader, mentor and inspiration. Be lucky, Locaron, Lord of the Were-Rats of Savras.
I'm going to lean over and say, I didn't actually know that Locaron could even write. Read or write.
Well,
it's not there.
He's going to be a god with a were-rats. What?
He's become Lord of the Rats.
in
Lord of the
Savros.
Rats. I mean, that kind of suits him, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I guess. Lord of the Rats. Yeah.
Oh, fucker.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's-
Toddling sort of
Left us.
pops back out and he goes, hope, he kind of picks up, I hope everything's all right. I mean, he did say to give it to you, Miss Avondale, because, and these are his words, because she likes reading and shit. And he said you guys would be okay to pay for his board and lodgings, yeah? I trust that's okay, but anywho.
Why couldn't he tell this to? Why couldn't he tell us?
Oh
Why did
god,
have to
he
leave early?
didn't have the
Standing stone.
joint gold
No, I've
pot.
got
did he?
I've got the kitty now.
Thank
But,
God.
What about
I
standing
reckon,
stone?
Toblin, if you could maybe just like invoice. He said you've got the address. It's in the bottom of the letter, isn't it? It's at the bottom there. Just send an invoice to him, and I'm sure he'd I can pay that. You know.
He looks really awkward at this. He goes, well, no, I really don't want to send anybody up to the Weirats. I mean, we're talking about 7 gold pieces here, so you know.
Yeah, that's all right. We pay for it.
Fine, we'll pay.
I don't mean to be
pay for it
difficult,
all,
but you know, he's kind of your friend. He was in a strange mood last night. I must admit, he stayed up for.
It's a loose friend.
Stayed up for some time after everybody had gone to bed, and I was just clearing up, and he was muttering about, I don't know, he'd had a fair amount to drink and seemed to be certainly under some sort of illusion, I'm not sure what, but yeah, he was muttering all sorts of things about gods and destiny and, I don't know.
Has he not left anything else?
Oh, that's a very good point. Yeah, he did leave me this little pouch here. He gives it to you as you asked there, Dogman. So yeah, it says something like, yeah, they better have this. I don't want anybody just, you know, having a direct line to God now, do I? And he hands you this little pouch.
That's what the stone is.
If you open it, yeah, you see the other one of the
that's
sending
good.
stones. Yeah.
Honestly, that's all I wanted.
Perfect.
Okay, good. Right. Wow, okay.
I knew those wings were the worst thing to ever happen to him. I knew it. Straight to his head.
Yeah, it just went crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Okay, well that's right. Okay.
All right. Fair.
Well, I feel like the group is a bit light now.
Yeah, I mean, not saying that he was in any way the leader. I don't want to reinforce that.
But they was split, you know, there was us and then Loki. So Loki's cut himself loose, so, you know, we can carry on onwards and upwards, eh?
Right. I mean, shall we go and try to find him?
We could try. He's gone back to the which was it? The shrine. Is it the one where we had the absolute massacre?
Yeah, so which one is it, Hamish? I can't remember which one it was.
It was where the orcs and the ogres were. They'd kicked the Weirats out, remember? And the Weirats had gone down to the mine. So you went to the shrine to kick the orcs and the ogres out so that the Weirats would then go back. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's where
So he touched that shrine, didn't he? Must have been something in that shrine when he touched
Yeah,
it.
why would you want to go to that shithole? Okay.
I don't know. Well,
I'm ready for him. I mean, he's not far, I guess. He's not far. We can always go and check on him. If we've got nothing better to do.
Yeah, we could go call upon him if needed, can't we? He can fly, to be fair, so we can send a message. He can come to us, can he?
Okay, right. Well, should I have some breakfast then?
Yeah, as you're talking,
Yeah, so some brekkie.
mugs of tea and coffee. Jugs of tea and coffee are coming out as well, and the full Sword Coast breakfast comes.
Tea,
out as
coffee.
well.
Are we like bourgeois or something? What is that?
And a beer for you.
Yeah, thank you. What the hell is that?
And a beer for you. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Meanwhile, so you guys tuck into your breakfast. north of Fandorlin, on the road towards Fandorlin. Felmir. You've been travelling south for a few weeks now, since the attacks on your enclave and your people, and your salvation by your new patron. You've been driven by a vision of a small village, I should say, where you will find the help you need, but also where you may provide much needed help. However, the journey has been hard. You fly when you can, but have tried to keep low so as to avoid undue attention, and flying takes a lot more energy than walking. You've been attacked twice more in the woods by orcs and some other evil creatures, some airborne, and have just barely managed to keep yourself alive with the gifts that your patron has given you. You find yourself half fluttering, falling to the ground, stumbling along the road, trying to fly again, and the road that leads south. And in the distance, smoke rises from what you guess to be a number of chimneys. As you flutter awkwardly to the ground once more, exhausted and hurting, you see a large, armour-clad figure striding quickly along the road behind you. You've noted the things I said in the WhatsApp message about your current condition, yes, George? Yes?
Yep, that's correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rupert. Virak, I should say. As a paladin of the ancients, you are constantly roaming the land to help people challenge evil and generally make the world a better place for those who do not possess such power as has been granted to you. You carry an additional burden of guilt with you that drives you to ever greater acts of compassion and valour. And you've heard of some evils that have been troubling the people who live in the land. Press any button before. Why is it going to power off? Press any button. That's what it says in your thing. Do not power off. Okay. So let me start that again. You carry an additional burden of guilt with you that drives you to ever greater acts of compassion and valour. You've heard of some evils that have been troubling the people who live in the land between Neverwinter and the Neverwinter Wood, and you've been travelling east from Tribal for some time now, towards the village of Fandorlin, where you hope to offer your services. One morning, as you get near to the village, you see smoke rising from what you assume are the chimneys of the settlement. Bringing your gaze back to the road ahead of you, you see a figure that appears to be in some distress. It flies up and along, falteringly for a few metres, and then lands heavily back down again and stumbles along, almost falling to the ground, before trying to fly again, but this time crashing back down to the ground in a crumpled heap. What do?
I'd go over and see if I can help.
Okay. So, Felmir, this figure breaks into a small run towards you. It's very large, probably 7.5 feet tall. In fact, Rue, why don't you describe what Felmir sees, and then Felmir, you may describe what Virak sees as he comes to you.
Coming running at you is a very large 7.5 foot tall Goliath in chain armor. Has no hair, so bald. Has sort of like markings and tattoos all the way across, and it's sort of like a deep, dark, grey sort of skin tone with sort of like a hint of green in places, and very, very dark blue eyes. I think they can be a little intimidating. However, I am a lawful good paladin, so I'm a little bit more approachable. However, I'm not the most sociable thing in the world, so if I'm in conversations and they're very short sentences, that would be why. And that is Virak. So,
Felmir, you don't know any of this nice stuff about Virak, obviously, at this point. You have yet to see him, but you are exhausted and wounded and crumpled on the floor. What does Virak see as he comes towards you?
Yeah, so as Virak comes towards Felmir, he sees a fairy that's 4'1", It's kind of similar greeny, goldy skin to Virak, I think, with some brown hair. As I kind of flutter up into the air, you notice that my wings are large and mostly brown, but they're moth-like, and the kind of eyes on them kind of blink sometimes. If it was dark, then you would see that the eyes were also fluorescent as well. I'm wearing kind of like a green waistcoat, and if Felmir had any energy left, he would probably try to poo himself as this massive giant approaches. But he's just completely done right now. So it's almost like, this is it kind of a thing. That's the posture I'm going to adopt. Felmir is going to adopt.
Okay, and as you look at each other, Virak gets to within an arm's length of you. Over to you.
Oh no.
Are you okay? Is there any way that I can help?
No, I'm not really okay. I've been coming down from the north. I'm by myself. I'm exhausted. Maybe even level 2 exhausted, you might say. And I really need some help. I'm trying to travel to a village. I've got a good feeling about it. Could you maybe help me get there?
Yeah, I can carry you if you like. I mean, that'll make you a little bit easier. I can easily pick you up and take you that way. I think I'll sort of venture that way as well.
Yeah, I think Felmir only weighs about 43 pounds. I don't know what that is.
Easy peasy.
What is that the size of my leg? Anybody? What the hell is that in kilograms? Anybody know?
2.2. It's like 20
kilos.
Just under 20 kilos. Yeah. I think Felmir is actually he's massive for a fairy, but tiny for anything else. If he was more with it, he'd be very insulted at being picked up. But he's like, cool, man, you do it.
So about 20 kilos for the those who want. So you can bicep curl 20 kilos.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Pretty sure your weapons are heavier than that. Yeah.
Interesting. Yes. What do you have strapped to you as you walk up?
Me.
Yeah.
Oh. So Virak has a shield normally in one hand, but if he's carrying, I'm going to be forgetting everyone's name, so apologies in advance. Felmir. Yeah. While I'm carrying Felmir, put the shield on my back, and I also have a lance, which is... I quite like it because I'm at least able to stay at some range between some people, and I can also have a running charge at them. But that's normally what I use. And then, I would put them both on my back and carry Felmir.
Okay, perfect. And Felmir, have you got any weapons visible?
I also have a little spear, but it looks like a toothpick, I think, compared to yours. Yeah. Compared to Virak's. I'm a bit ashamed of the fact I'm being carried and I have a toothpick spear.
Okay, perfect.
As long as it does damage, it doesn't matter.
Yeah. It's the way you use it.
Okay, and on that note, you pick Felmir up quite easily. The wings kind of fluttering. He does look extremely knackered, and you can see he's got some wounds on him. He's clearly struggling there. But it turns out you really aren't far. He'd nearly made it to the village itself. You round a corner. You should see yourselves on the map here. I'll just give a little description of what you see as you come in, just so that everybody can be reminded. So, nestled in the rocky foothills of the snow-capped Sword Mountains is the mining town of Fandorlin, which consists of 40 or 50 simple log buildings. Crumbling stone ruins surround the newer houses and shops, showing how this must have been a much larger town in centuries past. Fandorlin's residents are quiet, hard-working folk who came from distant cities to eke out a life amid the harsh wilderness. They are farmers, stonecutters, blacksmiths, traders, prospectors, and children, and also now some adventurers. The town has no walls and no garrison, but most of the adults keep weapons within easy reach in case the need for arms should arise. Visitors are welcome here, particularly if they have coin to spend or news to share. The Stonehill Inn at the centre of town offers modest lodging and meals. A couple of doors down from the inn, posted outside the town master's hall, is a job board for adventurers, but you will come to that as we get in. So, as you come to the outskirts, you can see some fields being tilled and and clearly well looked after. This is by no means an affluent village, and as you can see, it shows signs of a long history of habitation. You come down the hard-packed dirt road into the village itself. As you come in, I'll just move you down as you walk in. You should be able to see yourselves, guys, there. You come past a large building on your left here, with the sign outside saying Barthen's Provisions. You continue on past another couple of small dwellings. On your right-hand side as you come down is the smithy. It's still reasonably early in the morning, so a couple of people give you a couple of strange looks, but nobody actually talks to you at this point. You can see a couple of people maybe looking out of windows as you go past. Coming down towards the centre of the village, oops, no, I just picked up too many things there. I'll just move you two down. You come to, on your right-hand side here, clearly an inn with the sign outside saying Stonehill Inn. Ahead of you is what you call the sort of the centre of the village, with the village green over on your left. Another large building straight ahead of you, and you can just see the outskirts, the outline of a larger house as well, down there on your left as well. So inside the inn, Toblin's been sort of talking to you, and you've been chatting a little bit about what on earth might have happened with Locaron. He happens to glance out the window and goes, "Well, hello. There's a couple of strange-looking people, and no mistake. Have a look at them." And you kind of turn in your seats and just gaze out the window as you see a very tall, armour-clad figure kind of striding down the street, carrying a smaller figure, almost childlike, but you can just see wings popping out of the back of this figure in the arms of this, well, what you recognise to be one of the Goliath race. And they kind of walk past the inn, and what are you doing, Virak, as you walk in?
I look around and try and see if there's a place for me to, I guess maybe sort of like an empty chair or something, somewhere that I can put down Felmir, and hopefully you can regain some energy.
So are you walking into are you going into the inn?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, I guess you think the guy you probably at least needs some food. That will help.
Yeah.
Actually, you have some skill in healing, do you not?
I do indeed. I have healing hands.
Healing hands, and just make a medicine check for me as you've been carrying this Felmir into town. Yeah. Okay. So
I don't know why it's done that twice.
We'll take the first one because it might be rolling both automatically. I don't know.
I have 2 games open. That's why.
Right. Okay. Right. Well, we'll take the one that comes through first. So 16. Yeah. As you've been carrying him down, this person needs more than just a good meal. They are. You recognise the signs of actual exhaustion. And some fairly serious wounds as well. Okay, so you kind of push the door open. Well, as you go to the door, you find the door being opened for you by a short, friendly-looking male human who says to you, "Oh, come in, friends. You've seen trouble on the road, have you? Name's Toblin. Come in."
Hello, nice to meet you. Do you have a spare chair that I can put this fairy down into?
Well, certainly can do better than that. If do you think he needs a bed or just...
I think a bed would probably be better. Yes.
Felmir, what did you want to say anything to this? Yeah.
I give a thumbs up, just like it.
I like to think that Faramir is just in like a baby sling on the front.
Yeah.
You are not quite half, but nearly half the height of this. So, without to save descriptions again, but you see an extremely so Virak takes a lot of your attention. Dogman is even taller than you, and
as soon as I see him, I elbow Ray and I go, "Have you seen that big fucker?" not discreetly, like
yeah.
I'm like, oh, don't worry, Dogman. I'm sure you can take him. Fellow adventurers, how do you do?
Hello.
Please come and sit with us. Come and have a seat. You guys look absolutely fucked. Have a beer.
I think he is.
Virak is not looking to he's got no injuries, but Felmir is looking very weak. Yes.
How you doing? I'm Elbrin. Elbrin, nice to meet you.
I walk over and I plop Felmir down into a chair.
I'm staring at Virak.
And then I look around at everyone, down at everyone rather, and I say, "Hi, I'm Virak. Nice to meet you all."
I've still got my hand just
new to the area,
just holding, waiting, seeing.
And the socially awkward person that Virak is, being a Goliath, didn't realise what was happening, and then after sort of then shakes your hand.
Oh, that's quite a strong handshake you got there. Big guy.
Thank you. And then wipe my hand.
What do Virak and Felmir see other than Toblin, who's kind of standing by? He goes and he's automatically gone and kind of got you guys some drink and some food, just because he's a decent bloke, and sees that you've got a story to tell, and probably in the back of his mind he's thinking, well, more adventurers means more stories, means more customers, but he's doing it out of the goodness of his heart. So what do
we're going to need more drinks?
What do they see in you three when they come in? Let's start with Evandale.
Can you start somewhere else?
Let's start with Elvin.
So
you haven't looked in the mirror yet this morning, Evandale. You can't remember what you
for a really long time. I mean, we've been away for at least 10 days, haven't we?
Yeah, not brushed your hair in a while. So they see sat next to this absolute hunk of a man, this, normal height, half human, half elf, little pointy ears, wielding, he's always got his bow on him, man of the bow. Just sat on the chair, really uncomfortable while sitting on a chair with a bow, but he still sits with it wrapped around him, regardless. Long blonde hair, bit of a beard. Wearing fairly light chainmail, which has definitely got some holes in it, because I've not been to the smithy yet, having fought a manticore. And yeah, it's pretty much just, I think I'm about, 6'2", so fairly normal height, slender build. You can probably tell from my outfit, like very ranger-esque, used to being outdoors a lot. Yeah, pretty much it.
Okay, cool. Well, we'll go to Dogman next.
Yeah, so very much like the picture of character on Roll20. Same type of face, tall, not abnormally tall, just like tall, very strong body build. Barbarian, no armor, wearing lots of like leather and pelts and stuff like that. Tattooed all over, lots of wolf and like type of Celtic tattoos. I usually carry a shield, but obviously I'm sitting down, I don't have it, but usually carry like a very large round shield and a large axe lots of weapons, knives, really a strong feral wild vibe. Since Virak came in, I've just been staring at him the whole time, not said a word, except asking for more drinks. Stink of alcohol, not been washed in a long time. That's enough, I think.
Okay, and then your gaze flits from this large barbarian to a very different prospect in Evendale.
So I am a probably medium, normal size elf, blonde hair, green eyes. You can tell I'm an elf from the ears.
Even pointier than mine.
Yeah, even pointier than yours. Just sitting quite quietly. Usually got some sort of paper or ink or something like that about me. No real weapons. Can't really see any real weapons on me. I've definitely left the crossbow up in my room somewhere, never to be seen again.
Yeah.
You've got a staff, haven't you?
I do have a staff.
Walk around like a cane. Mm.
Okay, very good. Right, Toblin comes back with a bit of breakfast and some water, actually, just to start with, and says, "I really think we need to get your friend here to bed, probably."
There we go. Yeah, Dogman, he has had a fair too many to drink already. I think he should go to bed, actually, yeah.
Very good, Elverin.
He's talking about the small guy.
You know who I mean, Elverin. You know who I mean. Right. So, let's get... I think this... maybe we need to go out to Umbridge Hill. Dabra's not back yet, but she's a healer. Maybe this chap needs some healing. Have any of you got any healing?
I do. If we take you to a bed, I'll follow your lead, and I can use Cure Wounds on him.
Well, it seems like we got a room free just now, because, seems to have been vacated. So, follow me. You okay carrying him?
Yeah, of course.
Right, okay. Come on then. Upstairs with me. And he leads you up the stairs. It's a modest establishment. I mean, reasonable size inn, but... There's 4 or 5 rooms available, so you get the idea that one of them has just become vacant. He opens the door. You see, he walks in. He goes, "Oh, apologies, just give me a minute." And he kind of bustles around the room and sort of kicks some things under the bed, and then just sort of shakes the sheets out a little bit, and clumps the pillows up. Sorry, I haven't got time to probably clean them. Once your friend here. Sorry, I didn't catch your names.
Hi, I'm Virak.
Virak.
I found this guy injured on the road.
Mind your head on the doors. Oh, I guess you're used to that. Yeah. And the ceilings, probably.
I'm ducking everywhere. Don't you worry.
Felmir.
Felmir, pleasure to meet you. I have to say, I've never met any Goliaths or fairies, but all's welcome here.
Please don't leave me in this room alone with him.
So you just met, have you? You don't know each other.
No.
I just found him on the road injured, and I thought that he needed some help.
I see. Right. Okay. Well, I'm happy to stay with you. But Virak, was it? Virak?
Yes.
You got some healing about you. Perhaps.
Yes.
Perhaps you could tend to his wounds. See what we can do to make him better.
I will. So I can use Cure Wounds on him, and or put him down on the bed and then use Cure Wounds. So,
okay. Okay.
I think that's 6 points of healing to him.
Okay. So Felmir, Virak sort of puts you down quite gently on the bed. He's actually, you're getting the impression this guy he looks a lot worse than he is. And he's actually been very considerate, very kind, and very gentle with you as he puts you on the bed. And as he puts you down, he mutters a few words, and you feel kind of warmth come out from his hands and infuse your body, and you do feel a little bit better. Not 100% better, but certainly a little bit better. And
Thelma whispers back after he hears the whisper, "You have very soft hands."
Thank you. It's from all of the healing that I do.
Yeah.
They heal themselves.
All I do is heal the calluses on my hands. That's all I use the spell for.
That's what happens when I rub my hands together.
Cool.
From downstairs, they've gone upstairs, haven't they? I'm going to stand up just to Dogman and Evandale and go, I'm going to head up to our new friends. He looked pretty terrible, that fairy. So I think I'm going to go lend a hand, patch him up a little bit, see what I can do.
Okay, sorry. I keep an eye on the street.
Okay.
Drinking.
Yeah. So, just out of game here, just a point on the map there. Can you see each other's hit points now?
Yes, I can see numbers. I can't see George's. It's just
I
a
can't
green bar for me.
I've got the same for you, but I can see everybody else's as well.
Okay, let me just give me seconds. Sorry, out of game.
Can I add 6 points?
Yeah,
Is that
everybody.
while we're doing it? Do I add 6?
Yeah,
to
you
my-
add 6 to that. Yeah. So,
Yes.
okay, so you get the impression that
Nice.
he still looks rough. But yeah. So sorry. Everybody can see everybody else's hit points, but
No, I cannot
We
see.
can't see
Felmir
Virak
and Virak.
Elmir's.
okay, I know what I've seen there. Okay, so carry on with what you're
We
doing.
can see the bar, but we can't see the numbers.
Yeah,
Okay,
exactly.
so you can see where it is on the bar.
Yeah,
Yes.
C is about halfway.
Okay,
yeah,
perfect. All right, that's good enough. Yeah, that's good enough. That's what I want you
Cool.
to see mostly is the bar. Oh, can the rest of you see each other's numbers?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, I might change that bit just so you get the bar. Otherwise, it gets a little bit mathematical.
Yeah.
Don't really need to know what.
We'll do. You want a rough idea, not an exact idea, an exact number. Yeah. Okay, fine. But you get the idea that you've certainly helped him. And he lies back a bit easier. So Elberin, you follow up the stairs. You meet Toblin coming back down. Actually, he goes, seems like a decent bloke that big fella Virak. Believe he might have some healing about him. Can't quite work out, but I say he's probably a holy man of some sort. Anyway, you've gone up to help. See what you can do, Elberin.
I have, yes.
Okay,
He seems
all right.
like a soft soul.
A soft soul. You might make a reasonable. I'll tell you what. If you want to make an actual guess, do an insight check on him from what you've just seen of him. See what insight you can make.
Okay. I like to think I poke my head round the door just as you go, you have soft hands, and I'm not sure what I think about that. An insight check.
What is that normally?
That is a 3
just do
plus
it.
3, 6.
6. Okay, yeah. I mean, it's hard. Actually, you hear that, and that sets off some weird other thoughts other than, this is a nice guy. You suddenly go, what the hell? What you've seen so far is a very big person. Okay, admittedly, he's carried somebody in, but this huge guy with a lot of armor. So yeah, you're not entirely sure what his character just yet.
Okay. I like to put my hand around the door. Like, how you guys going in here? You feeling a little bit better, mate?
Yeah, you should cop a feel of his hands. I ain't gonna tell you, that is special. That is quite something. I
tell you what, I won't do that right now. But thank you for the idea.
yeah, just at some point, hold his hand. I tell you, man.
I'll make a mental note of that and bury that deep in my brain. Thank you. I was going to put a hand on you, but I'm just going to put a finger and go cure wounds.
He poked me, and then.
So what do you? Yeah, you need to roll for that, and don't you just see
and
secure?
Great.
So Felma, this is a slightly different approach to you, but this is Nice. So 5 points back as well. So very similar feeling in terms of the warmth, but a different approach. But both of these people appear to have the ability to heal and help others, and not afraid to use it as well, which is, comforting.
That was lovely. It's a bit of a poke, not as soft as him, but I tell you, I have not really been out of my little forest before. Did you just do this all the time? This is amazing. We should have come down sooner. Yeah.
I do this with a lot of people. I go from place to place healing people, or at least trying to help.
I say, that reminds me of something I do as well. I don't know if this will... Can I cast Healing Light on myself? Can I do that? Oh god, it didn't.
That's okay, that's fine, hold on.
And it'll be a D6.
It does say one person you can see within your, and I'm sure this can be you. What I was
just look in the mirror.
What I'm going to say though is, because you're exhausted,
okay.
I'm just going to do. I'm going to say you've been using that a lot just to keep yourself going. But at this point, you haven't been able to get a decent long rest to kind of recoup any of those things, because this is what happens. So so exhaustion is a specific state.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and you haven't been able to have a proper long rest. So
no worries.
You're relying on these guys. You've kept yourself alive for 2 weeks in this way, but you've become increasingly tired and exhausted. But absolutely, look at that! Blimey, you've gone from a party with no healing.
to
a party with 3 people who can do some healing. And you guys have got, I've seen some of your stuff, you've got some very nice, some of those even those cantrips are really cool.
Did Cam write that letter for your party?
Yes.
Yeah. I thought you might have.
He sent me a voice note, so I kind of transcripted it. I did only a couple of little bits just to give a little bit more sort of beginning and into it. But yes, he totally did. So we can watch this space.
That was really, really funny. That whole part was Stephane had me absolutely dying. It cracked me up.
Yeah, that was a nice little sequence there. It was You've listened to them all now, haven't you? So have you listened to them in reverse?
I kind of jumped around. Okay. I think I did because I thought maybe I'd listen to 2 or 3.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh well, I'll go back, and so I might have missed a couple in the middle.
Right.
But I'm fairly certain I've at least heard bits from them all.
Yeah.
If not listened to them all.
That's cool. That's good.
I'd say once the mics get figured out, it's really good to listen to. It's really fantastic. It's it's really fun.
It's good to hear that you're enjoying it from a a third party. Yeah, because originally it was terrible. The mics were. It was. That's for real fans only. Completionists.
Yeah.
And the first
that was very rough and ready. We were figuring out what was going on as well.
Yeah.
Well, we lost the first 3 episodes completely. Basically, things didn't record properly, and my laptop. I think the laptop was absolutely struggling. I mean, so far,
we initially started in the flesh, right? We are meeting at your house.
Yep.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Well, it was just you, me, and Cam, wasn't it, originally?
Yeah. That's how we made the backstory for our characters for the campaign in real life, which is nice to play around the table. And,
we will have to, but we would never do this. We wouldn't be able to have this experience without the online. It would be lovely to have a meet-up one day, just like a weekend session or a whole day. So round a table where I can print all these maps off and we can get character figures and just, it'd be amazing if one day we could do that. what would be awesome
Yeah,
is
that'd
be sweet.
but then that adds obviously we'd want to record. I'm sure we could record it. Actually, we've got enough microphones between us. We could get everything recorded. I'm sure, but
yeah, we would just sit around the table with our own mics.
yeah, it would be nice to be able to do that. Obviously, the ultimate is to have the screen, a really large flat screen embedded in the table, as people do. So you've got the best of both worlds. You've got all this digital assets, but then you can put your little figures on top of it and roll real dice, which should be good.
Oh yeah.
Anywho,
I see the dice in like game shops and stuff like that, and I'm always tempted just to buy one.
you should definitely have a set. I've got several sets of dice just because there's something very awesome about a D20.
Yeah, they look cool.
Yeah, some crazy expensive one, like some weird set, like Frosted or whatever. Like a good convention sometimes they sell like individual dice for like 20-25 pounds. You think, wow, this is expensive for dice.
Wow.
Yeah.
Some really nice colors and edition.
Yeah.
No, we are getting. I think the digital and real worlds can converge quite nicely now, especially as you can get things like some of these maps, especially I do in Dungeon Alchemist. I could actually get them printed pretty cheaply at a print shop, so you get really high quality on decent thickness card or something. It's not beyond the bounds to do that kind of thing for a few quid for a game, if you want to do that, or you get some of the scenery, that stuff that Stephane prints and paints and things, which is just as a whole.
It's more work though. It's a lot more work.
It's a lot more work. It's more work. It's hard. Yeah. But there's all sorts. But this has been great, and we've never have done this. I mean, where are we? We're in Horsham, Cornwall, York, London. And wherever you are, you've had games where you've gone between, like especially Caroline and Joe, between Southampton and Newquay, and you can just kind of do it from wherever, don't you? Can't you? So it does get that continuity. And when Steph and I were talking earlier, but before we started it, that has been, we talked about doing role D&D for years, but it's getting a consistent group of people that's so hard. So anyway,
especially if you want like a larger party and you all actually live near each other, or you're willing to go every week to a place. This makes it so much easier.
Yeah, and even if you all lived here, there'll be loads of excuses. Even if you've got to walk 10 minutes, some people will be just like, oh, I can't make it, or I'm late, or I'm whatever. Here, you just got a lot more.
Yeah.
Okay, right. Yeah. So let's get on with this. Dogman, Evandale downstairs, finishing up some breakfast. Dogman's on the beer still. You guys have been upstairs. Felmy, you feel much better. What I'm going to say is you kind of need a full... If you can get a full 24 till the...
Sorry. Finn didn't understand that the break was like 5 minutes ago, so I've got to go. But
all right, okay. Are you happy for Joe to carry on?
Some reading.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I'll make sure he plays your character properly. Tell Finn he can roll a 20 and go back to sleep. He just needs a DC of 10.
I'm Evandale. I'm going to run right into the middle of the fight.
Yeah.
I carry on to kick to myself then as well.
Yeah. What was I saying? Oh yeah, Felnir. You understand healing as well, but you're going to need, the rest of the day, the night, and by the following morning, if you can get a full 24 hours rest without too much excitement, I'm going to say all your exhaustion levels are gone, and obviously you'll have all the benefits of a proper long rest as well. Okay. So that's what you need in order to feel better. But obviously you don't have to do that. You could see how the day pans out and decide what to do. Okay, what are you going to do now then? Silence.
I thought you were asking Phil.
Well, I was going to...
As a group, sorry, what are you going to do?
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so we're still upstairs, aren't we, at this point? So I was just going to say to the guys, you guys seem like a very friendly bunch. I've never seen a fairy before, and you're a Goliath, so, it would be awesome to maybe talk with you guys. We've got a couple of... We're the... I don't know if you've heard about us, but we're the big names in town. We've got a bit of a rep, which is cool. The guys like us a lot. So yeah, if you guys need somewhere to stay, this is your best place. I would definitely recommend this place.
Okay. Cool.
Although I'm pretty sure that's the bed Dogman wet himself in. You're in at the moment, so maybe have a word with
It's Loki's room. It's Loki's room.
That's Loki's room. In case, you definitely want to get another bed.
Yeah. This.
There is a wet patch in this bed.
No, you got Lokeron's room, but you guys don't know that, obviously.
Yeah. There's still a wet patch in this bed.
You know what? That would be about right.
Yeah, that's why he ran away.
That's now canon. Loki wet the bed before he left.
Yeah.
You hear that, Loki?
Yeah.
Ran off with
Wait, you said you guys were kind of famous around here. What's your name?
As a group, we haven't really fixed someone yet. We had this stupid one, but it doesn't really mean anything. So
rebrand.
We need to rebrand. Yeah, we need to have a word with our marketing team. We've been helping out the town. They're a bit terrified of the dragon. Don't know if you guys have heard about the dragon. Been flying around. We've seen it a couple times.
Oh yeah, I know.
There's a big badass dragon. Watch out.
Okay. I only just got in.
Yeah, no worries. It's not a big deal. He just flies around. Really, he's not really caused much of it. Although he did eat our horse. Anyway, that's a long story. We'll talk about that over dinner at some point.
Did you put the holes in your armor?
No, that's a good idea though.
Oh wait, don't you have holes in your armor?
Who does?
Holes? Oh no, that was a manticore. There's a lot of bad things around here. Let's put it that way.
Oh my god!
I thought you said, did I put the horse in armor? I was like, that is a great idea. Yeah. We should do that with our last remaining horse.
Yeah, nice.
Oh no, yeah, these holes here. No, I had a bit of a scare with the manticore. It was a bit touch and go, but these guys, they looked after me, so we're all good. Yeah, but
I wasn't sure if
I don't know. It would be cool to hear what you guys doing in town, walking around. We're very keen to We've actually got a spot opened up in our group if you guys are keen, what a coincidence it happened today.
Yeah, I'm down to join. I love being in the position to help people, so yeah, I'm happy to be there.
Always keen to have a big fella.
you get this inkling, you do realise suddenly that you're in a village with a shrine of luck just across the way. So maybe it's not such a coincidence.
I saw the shrine on the way.
Wow.
That's interesting. That was lucky.
Philosophy. Deep.
Yeah.
I couldn't remember. Did they fit the crossbow on the tower?
Oh yes, it's on the back.
They've done it, yeah.
It's on the back of a wagon in the middle of the town square. Square area. Yeah.
I couldn't remember.
There. Yes, that's very true. I'm going to say I'm not sure. You guys might have just glimpsed something weird, but you were otherwise occupied about not dying and helping somebody who was dying. So.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I don't really know where I am. What's the name of this town? I didn't see a sign because I was clutched in the bosom of this large man on the way in.
I'm going to say, you do look rather sweaty, yeah.
Where am I? Yeah, where am I? Is this a big town?
This is Fandorlin. It's alright. There's some nice people here. It's not very big. Like 40, 50 houses around. They're pretty paranoid of a dragon. That's about it. Sums them up pretty well. But we've been kind of using this as our base. We've got like a permanent room in the inn. Good old Tobbers sorting us out. Yeah.
Not gonna lie, not surprised they're paranoid about a dragon. They're not. Not the nicest of things ever.
Humans, Humans.
Am I right?
Can I get a what?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, we've been helping them out. Just doing little. It started off just doing side quests, but yeah, we were actually thinking of heading on a couple of quests. So it'd be cool for you guys to come down and maybe have a chat once you're feeling a bit better. If you never, come and have a chat with the guys. Dogman's a bit intimidating. He might stare a lot, but like, don't take it personally. Just
that's all right. I'm sure I'll still be looking down on him, so it's no worries there.
Yeah.
I usually say that I probably need to fall asleep. I've been awake for like 2 weeks, but I'll come. I don't see what another day.
2 weeks. Wow.
I don't see what another day. That surely can't hurt. And your poke and your smooth hands have definitely helped. So I'd actually really like to come down and meet the man downstairs. Why do you call him Dogman? What's that all about? Why is he called Dogman?
I'm not entirely sure. At one point, he said that he drinks beer like a dog eats biscuits, so that kind of stuck in my head.
That's one hell of a catchphrase.
You also had him kind of like randomly screaming in the middle of the night. Kind of sounds like a bark. I'm not entirely sure. Okay. He's really quiet. He doesn't want to talk about his past very much. It's hard to get out of him.
You really do need to rebrand.
I wouldn't bring that up first thing. You kind of need to know him for maybe like a couple of weeks before you get to that point.
Before you're asking about the buck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I'd be keen to go downstairs.
Yeah, I'm down to go down and say hi.
Okay, so
cool. Actually get a drink.
So Felmir, are you gonna get up and go downstairs now? Yeah.
I don't. I can't think of any way that I'd be able to take a rest, so I will. Yes, I will pass. I'll actually.
So long as you don't do anything more strenuous and basically kind of you've had some healing.
Yeah, we actually know someone that's got some potions. They kind of owe us a favor because we cleared her house out, so maybe we could have a word with her if you know. And we get you some caffeine. You know, that always helps.
I was going to say the special brown potion coffee.
Yeah, that coffee, that sweet brown liquid.
So long as Felmir doesn't do anything more strenuous and kind of just up and downstairs a couple of times, sit down, eat some food, have a chat, take some regular kind of naps during the day, and then a good night's sleep, and then you'll be right as rain, I'm sure.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think as long as you don't mind if I fall asleep, maybe take a nap every so often, and if the big fella carries me down the stairs, I think we'll be fine.
I'm cool with that. I'll do that. Cool. I pick him up, and then we start making our way downstairs, I think.
Well, I've just noticed in Roll20 it comes in and says Felmir is exhausted, level 2. Is that something you did on your character sheet?
Yeah, I just found it, the conditions part. If you click on it, it brings up a full screen. Yeah, you just have to click on everything, I'm finding, because it does stuff. You click on things, and then but it has it. As far as I could tell, I'm not very perceptive. I failed my perception check. I don't think it made any changes to my character sheet directly. It might have, and I just don't see it.
It might well have done. It does have. It may have done. It may not have done. I'll have to check. But it has certain. Exhaustion gives you different levels. At the first thing, you get disadvantage on ability checks. Then the second level is your speed is halved. Then you get disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Then your maximum hit points is halved. Then your speed is reduced to 0, and then you die.
Yeah. Oh God. And do they stack on top of each other, or is it?
They're cumulative. Yeah. So you have so you have disadvantage on ability checks, and your speed is halved at the moment. So it hasn't halved your speed. So maybe we just have to be aware of that. That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That's just interesting to know it does that. So it's just keeps everybody aware of that, doesn't it? Okay. Yeah. Right. So you kind of you've had a little chat. You come back downstairs. There's Evandale and Dogman. Dogman's still looking out the window. Evandale appears to be staring intently at Dogman. Not saying a lot. So Dogman, you see these three.
We are probably reminiscing about look around a bit as well. Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably fair actually. Yeah, you've only just had that news, and you've just been kind of processing that when this happened as well. So that's reasonable. Yeah.
Remember when he exploded?
Classic Locaron. Classic. Absolute classic.
Okay, so how do you want to play the rest of the morning?
Well, I think Felmer needs to have some food in him, so I carry him over to the table along where Dogman and
Evendal.
I can't see the full name. All I can see is Indel, and I was like, what's the first few letters? Where they're sat on the table, and I plop him down in a chair and see if there's some food for him to have.
Oh yeah, Toblin, one high chair here, please, for our friend.
Yeah, this is the
Our
first
fairy
time,
friend.
yeah, the first time Felmer has seen any.
No need to even ask. I've just been. I'm sorry,
Yeah.
out of game again. I've been thinking that in this world now, which is far more diverse and inclusive than perhaps in the real world is at times, it's the kind of world we want it to be. I'm sure that most establishments would have some way of dealing with the range of different body types and sizes. They've got to deal with somebody who's 7.5 feet tall, sleeping in a bed, and somebody who may be gnome size. I mean, you're nearly twice the size of most gnomes as a fairy. So, I think I'm going to say it's fairly standard that most places have at least some way of accommodating and making everybody feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Anyone worth their salt. So yeah, you're not made to sit, on stupidly huge chairs or tiny chairs, or they've managed to work things out. Yeah, likewise, you're not perched about 6 foot above the table if you do want to sit down, and a sturdier chair as well, because you weigh 200 and something pounds. I don't know how many kilos that is either, but it's 120 kilos. Let's just say roughly. So you're heavy.
It's
They've got all different types of chairs, but I like to think they just have like a standard room with one bed fits all.
yeah.
Maybe the bed's
Dogman just has his.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you just sleep with your legs hanging off the bottom. This is how it is.
It's the first time Felmer's seen chairs that aren't high chairs, and he looks at me and goes, "Huh, low chairs, I suppose. I've never seen these before." That's what these must be called. Very nice.
Well, of course, all of your furniture would have been made. You wouldn't have a distinction.
Yeah.
Chairs would just be chairs, right? I mean,
So it seems like you guys are all pretty close. What's your kind of backstory? What brought you all together?
Well, first of all, little fairy, what about you tell us about what happened to you?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I can do that. I guess that makes sense. Actually, I have something written out, so I'll read it. Imagine this is a story being told rather than me reading the section under backstory.
Can you spare us the details, please? Just go straight to
I was born.
No.
Oh, okay.
I can cope with too much information, right?
Okay. So, my fairy community, we used to live in relative seclusion in the Neverwinter woods until a short time ago when a dragon attacked the mountain and fleeing orcs overtook our homeland. The orcs overran us, but we were able to rebuild until probably about 10 days ago when suddenly weirrats arrived out of nowhere, which we'd never seen before and had never come to us before, and smote out the last remnants of my community, and I was left for dead. But before I slipped into unconsciousness, I felt the presence of a being that told me to come to a village, I think, and I've also got lots of powers now. I don't really know how they work, so you're going to have to bear with me for a little bit. I have this book.
Sorry. What did you say? Someone told you to come here?
Yeah, like a vision. Very vague, though. Like a...
By any chance, was he green?
No person of any kind. I didn't see a person. Just a vision of a village with some nice chimneys like these ones. And now I kind of travel searching for the dragon, hoping to solicit its services. to avenge my friends and protect other small fae who might be kicked out by the orcs or the weirats.
Well,
Right, so you're looking for people to help you.
Yeah, yeah. So I need help. This man with smooth hands has been a great start. I really appreciate.
Well,
that.
you know
Thank
what?
you very much.
We've heard that story many times now about people being having to move because the dragon moved in and made a mess of the situation. And orcs and wererats, yeah, we're familiar with this, I'll say.
Yeah.
I think there's only one solution. We need to get rid of that dragon, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I've been studying dragons, and I've learned Draconic, and I was hoping to maybe speak with the dragon and see if we could help it, or it could help us get rid of the orcs. I don't think we were to kick it out, but maybe just chat with it and solicit its services in doing good in these realms.
You want the dragon to help you.
Yeah, I would just like to clarify or emphasize, I've never been out of my woods before. So if this is not how things go down, I'm happy to chop and change.
Okay, and how did you meet Stony though?
He was just on the path, but I don't know what his backstory is. What brings you, Virak?
Well, I travel from place to place, making sure to see if I can help people. Originally, I came from was sort of part of sort of like the Royal Guard, and I was the main healer there. And due to being in a number of different battles, I no longer want to do that anymore. And that is the reason why I wander around and find people to help, essentially. And that is more or less me.
Wow.
Nice. What a noble cause.
Amazing. I'm still staring at you like... Incredible. I'm Dogman, by the way. I extend my hand and I want to shake your hand, Virak.
I do the awkward thing of quite knowing and then
me too.
shaking
I'm
hands.
trying. I'm actually holding your hand, and I'm like, "This is a test now."
Oh, you doing a strength test?
No, I'm holding his hand. I just want to check how strongly he can shake his hand. I know he's gonna crush it, but it's alright. I'm still going for it. I love pain.
Use your hand.
Just do a strength check and squeeze his hand.
Yeah,
nothing aggressive. Nothing aggressive. Just doing like.
Okay, but both just for without being big, both of you roll a strength check. So click on your strength bonus, and let's just see who comes up with it. Just because it's not a massive competition.
Roll for Kahuni's check.
Oh, the tension. It's there again.
He's already tested me and he's waiting.
I rolled 2 dice. I'm sorry, I don't know why I did that, but that was rubbish.
One of them's not rubbish at all. But
yeah, I don't know why I did that. Sorry.
That's fine. We'll take the first roll that comes up. So it's an 8 and a 9. Yeah. So actually, you feel actually about equal. Neither of you are super going for it, but it feels like, okay, this person's probably about my equal. But you can tell that you're also not putting everything into it. Neither of you both know you're not really trying to crush the hand. You're not trying to kick it off.
Yeah. I've had 3 beers already, so yeah.
Okay.
All right, let's go then. Yeah.
Yeah, that's nice. Everyone getting along. You should definitely have a chat with Everdale over here about dragons. She is our local dragon expert.
Yeah.
In-house expert. So yeah.
Yeah, that's me. What are we talking about dragons about? What?
Oh yeah.
Well, Felomir has an interesting idea.
I want to be.
Would like to go and have a chat. Yeah.
What do you think of that proposition?
I'm not sure it's the best idea I've ever heard.
How do you
Are we
feel
talking about?
being dragged?
Are we talking about the dragon? The rumored dragon around here.
The white dragon.
Yeah, big white one. I don't know.
They don't have a reputation of being particularly friendly.
Oh, that's okay. I thought, like I say, I've never been out of my woods before, so I'm still kind of getting used to the whole idea of dragons and low chairs and all that kind of thing. So just go slow with me. I'll catch up. I guess I'll ask, seeing as I was speaking to Evan, so what do you know about dragons? Is that something like from where you're from, or what's your kind of story?
That is a very good question. It's been a while since I've talked about dragons.
I've always loved dragons from a young age.
I study a lot. Yep, it's a long story. Don't have time to go into it now. But I know that they're not good. They're not good. They're to be avoided.
Interestingly, you both speak Draconic. That's unusual. Yeah. So, do you want me to? May I interject?
Sorry, who's
for Evandale?
Oh, yeah,
Evandale
yeah.
and Felmir.
Yeah, please do.
Just only that because of some of your reading and background and the fact that you study Draconic. So I think Felmir, you learned Draconic with this idea that you might try and negotiate with a dragon, but you don't really know much about the different types of dragons or anything. Whereas Evandale has done. Well, you can explain more about what sort of a character you are, but you get the idea that she's kind of read up about them, and her interest is quite theoretical, as it were. Theoretical, I suppose. It's like knowledge for knowledge sakes around dragons. So
academic,
a bit like people who know about dinosaurs, just can reel off all the different sorts and know what they must have been like, and this kind of thing. So, is able to explain to you that the different types of you get good dragons and you get evil dragons, and the dragon in this area is in the latter category and is probably unlikely, not impossible, but unlikely to certainly be won over to helping. Might be won over with something else, but certainly not gonna unlikely, but not impossible.
Gotcha.
Sorry, Cabz, that was me interjecting.
No, that's fine. I definitely had something written down, but I have no idea where it would be.
Yeah, we've not actually met the dragon yet. We did see it flying in the distance at one point, and Locaron had these like crazy. Oh no, actually, I had also had this crazy vision. We touched this altar, and then we saw. We reckon it was what we most desired, or detested. I'm not entirely sure. Love or hate. And then we saw the dragon up in the mountains, didn't we? Did you guys touch the altar? Was it just me?
Yeah, we all did it.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
we already did.
Yeah, it was like up in the mountains in a castle, possibly. We don't know if it's the castle that our next quest is about, but it's we've not crossed paths with it yet, which is probably a good thing.
You guys need to meet Harbin. He's the town master. He's the one who has been putting all those quests outside, all those jobs, and we've been doing a fair few of them.
Okay.
I don't know if you need money as well. It's always, handy.
I definitely need some cash.
I think he would love us to get rid of that dragon as well, I would say.
On the subject of dragons, so white dragons are chaotic evil, difficult to bribe. I've just had to flick back through my notes there. I've got this big book out, just sort of flicking back. Less intelligent than some of the other dragons, but evil, difficult to bribe. So
Oh shoot, we got an evil dunce of a dragon to work with. Oh no.
I give Felmir a little light pat on the back and just go, good luck.
Yeah.
You go and speak to him.
Good job.
Can you
I've got
fly?
all those.
Can you fly?
Oh,
Can you fly?
yeah.
Wow.
At the moment, I'm kind of struggling to keep flight, but I'll get up and I'll just flap my wings out.
I can hold you up and get you some extra height if
Oh,
you
yeah.
needed, but I'm not gonna.
Yeah, I'll whisper to Virak, hold me. Have you ever seen Dirty Dancing? And I've spread out my wings, and I think I said earlier they're kind of moth-like. I think from being in the woods, so they're not so much butterfly-like, and more kind of like a brownie moth kind of thing, kind of hairy, a little bit freaky in that kind of way. And the little eyes blink as well on them. The little eyes blink on them.
Whoa! Like can you actually see out of those eyes?
Not a thing. No.
Cool.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome, though.
Yeah. And I say, put me down.
I'm pretty impressed. I reckon. What do you reckon, guys? I reckon they should tag along with us. Seeing as we're one man down now, one tiefling down, we definitely use the help. And I'm sure maybe Harbin, he might up the rates because there's more of us now.
Yeah.
We've got to split the cash. Got to earn a living.
I mean, what yeah, the way it's been dealt is there's a price for the job, right? And it tends to be, so far, it's just been that's the price for the job. But I think you did get. Did you get more for that last job than you thought you were going to, or did you just underestimate? Did you forget? I can't remember.
Well, there was a bell as well. The bell really helped with the fees.
Yeah. So, well, that's up to you. That's the finances. That's the you guys come up with the deal.
Well, shall we talk about the jobs then? We got a few jobs lined up.
Oh yeah.
And
That's good.
Oh, and shall we go and see Harbin? I don't know. What do you guys want to do?
I think we did just chat to him before we came in here, didn't we? Like yesterday. So we've
last night, yeah.
Yeah, last night. I don't think we really need to go see him again. He told us the lowdown of the latest jobs, and we were kind of going to decide which one we want to do. Whether we were going to go to the forest or the woods, go see his brother and check up on him, or go check out the castle that they wanted to go to as a possible defense against dragon. Some calling it Helm's Deep, don't know why.
Well, I'm happy to go wherever anyone needs help. So, whichever one seems to be a bit more extreme, probably the dragon attack sounds, or dragon defense sounds a bit more extreme.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
Okay.
You do know.
I reckon we should.
That Harbin. I'm not saying, but Harbin is particularly keen that you do the one for his brother-in-law. But obviously, you don't have to. I'm just saying that's what he would really like you to do. But it's entirely up to you. Obviously, it is entirely up to you.
I reckon we should do that. I'm pretty keen to, maybe explore this dragon slaying sword as well. I know it's only rumors, but story's got to be based on something.
That's not the same area, though, is it?
Didn't think they were too far away.
But
Yeah. Could we see the big map possibly?
Oh yeah, let me move you onto the big map. Actually,
I've just seen the shrine drawing. That's lovely.
Hamish did that.
Yeah.
No, Big Al did it. Right. So, can you see? Well, the map should be appearing soon.
Yeah. So the logger's camp is where his half brother is, isn't it, or brother-in-law?
Yes.
Yeah. And what's happening at the Falcon Hunting Lodge? Is something there as well, right? You want us to go there? Cannot remember for what.
I think it's in the quest thing.
Yeah. But his brother, basically Harbin's brother, he's gone missing at Logger's camp, and Harbin's want us to go and check that. And Dragon's Barrow, that's where there is a rumor that there is some kind of a weapon there, right? Like a sword that can be used to kill a dragon, maybe?
Yeah, they reckon it was like buried in a burial mound somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh, so if this is in the Neverwinter Woods, like I say, I only know a little bit that I kind of grew up in, but I could probably help you navigate that safely, being a native of the woods.
I was just going to say to you that you would have probably been somewhere up near the top. I'm just going to ping right up. You might have to zoom right up.
Yeah.
Right up the top of the woods, just before the mountain range that you can see.
Cool.
Right in the top, sort of north, almost directly north from Fandorlin there. So it's a long trek through there. A few streams and rivers and tributaries, but for sure you will certainly know the area around you. I mean, on this scale, 1 hex is 5 miles. So.
Okay.
Oh, blimey. Okay.
Just a quick question though.
Yeah.
So far, when we've been traveling, we've been using a cart and the horses, right? If we go to Loggers camp, how do we get there? Do we just walk through the woods, or how do we get there? Is there going to be like a path?
We should have a word with. Maybe have a word with Barthen again. We've got our horse. We've got 1 horse.
Yeah, but it doesn't look like it. Depends if there's any actual paths, doesn't it?
Do you reckon we could take a cart through the woods? Probably not.
What you do know is that partly what you were going to do is take deliveries up there as well. So the actual quest.
There is a bus.
The quest says deep in Neverwinter Wood, along the river that flows west towards Neverwinter, is a logging camp. Every 2 months, Fandorlin delivers fresh supplies to the camp, which is run by the half brother of Harbin Wester. Barthen, who you know, he's got the supplies ready for you, so he could.
Super.
He will provide you with the things.
The map and how where to go. And
as I say, if they go every 2 months, then there must be a route there.
Yeah, sounds like they go through the river, across the river maybe.
The river, no, the river is a river is not. You from what you. I'm going to assume that you spend a lot of time in the year, and you'd have been talking about these things. There are paths through the woods. I mean, it's not an easy path, and it's not necessarily, it's not a direct line. But yeah, there are ways to take the wagon up through the woods if you need to.
The elven path.
Okay. Well, what do you think? Shall we go there?
Yeah, I'm keen to do that. I think we should stay in their good books. If they're dead keen for us to do that, then
Okay.
Because you realise that Axholm, the other one, is just below, is south of of there. Where you've already been. Obviously, you've already been around the area. You've been to the Dwarven excavation and Noma Garden, so on. So yeah.
I've got to say, none of these have gone very well for us. So either way, I feel like.
Yeah.
Oh, and so the forests as well, they're just beautiful. You've got to see them.
Yeah, I have to ask a little fairy, can you travel today?
I was wondering, you guys, man, you're crazy. Didn't you just, sound like you just got back into town, you're ready to go again. Would you just be keen to maybe get for a day in Fandorlin, see the sights, maybe rest? Or maybe
we could show you the sights in about 5 minutes. We've got the old lion's head, what's over there, the smithy.
Yeah, maybe Virak wants to see the smithy. And
I gotta be honest, I'm not really keen spending another day drinking here. Actually, I'm keen on that. I can do it.
You alright, Dogman? You good?
Yeah. Well, I guess if it is a long trek, maybe if you put me in the back of your wagon, if you're okay with me, I know I don't have much to offer other than maybe a little bit of help in the forest, but if you can just let me sleep in the back of the wagon, that might be a good solution.
Why don't we speak to Barthen today and try find like a route through, get a map or something like that, and then have a rest. I don't really feel like it's a good plan to start out with one of our team already like not feeling 100%.
He can have a nice kip. He's very small. We could put his
I'm sure Dogman won't mind just staying, having another few drinks.
Yeah, but I mean, how long is it going to take us to get there, Hamish? We should know that, right?
Yeah, just roughly. What's the mile? I've moved off that. Oh, you've moved off that map as well. Hold on, I will just.
It's like
80
60. I think 80 was from where Felmir started.
Currently measure it. Hold on. It is
60 miles.
45. Yeah, direct. Yeah, so let's say it's about 60 because in a straight line it's about 45. You can do about 20 miles, 25 miles a day with the cart. 20 miles a day with the cart. If you're going to take it at a reasonable pace. Yeah, and possibly a little bit less, depends on what the terrain is like when you get through there. It's not, as I say, it's not a straight line, so you're going to wend your way through the forest, where the path's been cut. So you should definitely be prepared for at least 2 days, possibly 2 nights in the forest. Yeah, and then you've got full consumption lodge in the Dragon Barrow there. But again, it's up to you whether you go there and back or do what you did with the other ones. But so. Yeah, your choice of how many provisions you want to take for yourselves and how much of a plan you want, how long you want to be planned to be away for. So I will leave that up to you.
Road trip.
Well, I'm saying, let's go.
Yeah, I'm keen to go. Let's get back out in the woods, get some provisions.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll definitely need some more rations.
I'm happy to drive the cart first. Anyone else can have a long nap in the back?
Yeah.
Okay, as we're getting to this point in it in the game and in real life, real time, what I'll say is, if you're happy with this, you can go speak to Barthen. It'll take Barthen a few hours to get all the boxes up. He had them prepared, but he kind of unpacked stuff and now that you're ready to go again, he goes, all right. Give us a couple of hours and I'll get the lads. Pack all the crates up. We'll get the cart out and my old ox as well. What's the ox's name? I've forgotten the ox's name. Can you remember the ox's name? Vincent. We'll tie Vincent up. I want them both back, right? So so he'll get all that ready. Couple of hours, and then I would say you could get to. Let me move you to the map again. Sorry, just so you can see what I'm seeing. There you go. That should be loading up. You can get to the edge of Neverwinter Wood if you almost just follow the road north out of Fandorlin, up the Tribal Trail again, and then kind of head off up towards this sort of spot here. You could get there for your first night's camp by the end of the day. That's 20 miles of travel, which is quite a lot. But you're setting off probably late morning, lunchtime, and you, Felmir, you can rest in the back of the. I will allow that as long as you're not helping to load the wagon or steer it or any of those other sort of things, and you don't run into any trouble. Which I'll say you don't run into any trouble on the road. We can get you to your kind of first night at the edge of the woods, if you're happy with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very happy with that.
Yep.
So, do you want to just stock up on anything before you go? There's a couple of errands I want to do myself. I want to go to the weapon shop, the one where I can look around at a weapon from a kind of rapier. Yes, the Lion Shield Costa. Yeah, no problem. I'll put you all back on this map again. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I would also like to go with Dogman, please.
Okay. What are you after in particular?
Is there anything magical in there?
No. I think you've asked this question before, but there isn't.
I don't think I've been there.
Have you not been?
No, I don't think. I think I stayed outside every time.
Okay. Okay. Well, you can certainly go in. Harlia. No, sorry. It's not Harlia. Linane Greywind is the who runs the Lion Shield Costa. Sort of. All right. Hello. You with other party adventures? You've not been in it before, have you?
Yeah, no, it's the first time. Yeah, I thought I'd come and have a quick look.
Okay. What are you interested in?
Yeah, what do you have? Axes.
Axes? I've got axes for trees, chopping trees, or chopping
heads.
Chopping heads. Okay.
Yeah.
I can see. Got a mighty nice axe already there.
Yeah, just looking at options, you know, like I've got a very good two-hand one, but I'm looking at like more like smaller stuff, you know.
Oh, sure. Okay. Hang on, let me just look up. I mean, what you know is there's nothing magical, but if you're just looking for some like hand axe type size, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. If it's not any better than what I have, then I'm not interested. Yeah,
It certainly won't be.
Okay.
But she does get a few out. I mean, she's got simple hand axe, and actually one battle axe as well. I mean, they're nice quality, but they're not a patch on.
Any good looking knives, that kind of stuff, you know.
What, like short knives or?
Yeah.
Let me just see if I'm just sorry, I'm busy looking stuff up. I mean, you can get a nice, like a utility knife, as it were, or more of a dagger.
Actually, I don't have a dagger. Yeah, I got a dagger then.
A dagger. Okay, let's have a look at a dagger. Yeah. Again, solid made, nothing particularly fancy. 2 gold pieces for this one.
Okay.
Standard. Yeah.
Let's go for it.
Nice. Okay. Well, take 2 gold off and add that to your inventory. Don't forget to equip it if you're going to use it. That's fine. Okay.
Yep.
Anything else can help you? You offer.
Actually, that's it. Yeah, we got a couple of jobs to line up. Yeah.
Well, I'm hearing good things. Keep it up. I might have some more work for you in the future.
Keeps those heads rolling, you know.
As long as they're orc heads, the right heads, and yeah. All right, and she looks over to you, Elbryn. Anything for you?
I'll be very interested. Have you got any silver-tipped arrows? You know, just in case we come across any of those nasty were-rats again. Don't want to be caught short.
Do you know what? No, I haven't. I mean, I can send out to Neverwinter for some for the next order, but that'll be probably a good 6-8 weeks before we get anything in.
Nah, don't worry about it then. Don't worry about it.
Sure. I'm trying to think of somewhere who could put some silver on the arrows. Have you got any silver yourselves that could be melted down? Maybe the smith could do it for you.
Yeah, we've only got a couple of silver coins. It's all right. We'll cope for now. Maybe find some on our travels.
All right. Well, listen. If you find anything interesting and you don't want it, always come back here. I'm always interested in some, real quality stuff. You can get some good prices for that if you've got things you don't want and you can't use. I've always got a market. We've got a lot of outlets, the Lion Shield Costa, around the Sword Coast and beyond. So but I will also keep my eye out. So is there anything I should keep my eye out for?
Magical weapons, that'd be great.
Sure, yeah, okay. Well, if I do find any, I will be able to give you a good price, I'm sure. But
maybe have a word with the gnomes up in Gnomengard. They might be a good bet. I'd be interested if they have any. If you were to acquire any inventory.
We haven't been up there for a while, actually. I'll see Barthen sends supplies up there every now and again. Yeah, not a bad idea. Maybe I'll make some inquiries, see what they've been working on. They tend to make inventions less than some magical stuff, but hey, they do. I do know that they know some magic, so okay, yeah, not a bad idea. I'll let you know next time you're back, if you're back.
Super.
She can't
if we're back, yeah.
She comes give a little
we'll be back.
Yeah, well, it's kind of black humour that goes with people who've seen. They know the hard life of an adventurer and trying to run a business in a small town in the wilds of the Sword Coast. But yeah, okay. Anybody else wanting to buy any equipment or provisions or anything else?
Yeah. I wanted to, because I don't know the town. I think I saw a place that sold provisions as I came in, but because I was a bit preoccupied, I'm not actually entirely sure on the direction. So sort of quickly ask around the room if there's a place to buy provisions.
Well, yeah, that'll be. Sorry, you guys know. Yeah, you say.
That'd be Barthen's, I think, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
the one that's getting our stuff ready.
Yeah.
How do I get there?
He's just next.
You should have walked past him. Yeah, it's like on the way in.
Yeah, 20 meters away. Yeah, he's next to it.
Cool. Right. I'll start making my way down there because I need to get some more. What are they called? Like mess kit, not mess kit.
Rations.
That's the word.
Rations, no problem.
Yes.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, well, you walk in there. Oh, hello there. Elmer Barton.
Hello.
You're a big fella.
Thank you. You're a little small fella. No, I'm kidding. Do you have any provisions that I can get?
Sure, you heading out with Loker on that lot?
Yes, yeah, I am. Recently met them. Seem really nice. So I'm tagging along, but I need some more food. So.
Right. Well, just standard like ration. How many days do you reckon you'll be away?
Maybe 3-4 days. I think.
Days. Why don't I say 5 days?
Yeah.
Well, just to be on the safe side, right? And
round it up. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. You're going up to the loggers camp, aren't you?
Yes.
Ah, right. Okay. Yeah. Well, normally we want to allow a good 5-day round trip for that, and assuming there's no trouble on the way. Tell you what, my experience is best make it 8 days.
Okay. Sure.
That'll be 8 days. 40 silver. Well, 4 gold. 4 gold for 8 days rations.
Okay. Yeah, I could do that.
Okay. He goes ahead, hands over these. The boxes of kind of almost pre-packed stuff. Is enough to kind of make up some basic food for you. You're very familiar with all this kind of food, having travelled around a lot. So yeah.
So that was now 8 rations.
8 rations. Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
4 gold.
Thank you very much. That will do me. I think.
Okay. Perfect,
I think I've got everything else that I need.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you very much.
And hope to see you back. By the way, make sure they take care of that ox in my cart, right?
Don't you worry. I got the healing hand, so if anything happens to her, I can do my work on it.
Right. Okay, that's good to know. Not cheap, them oxen, and he's a good lad, Vincent. So yes.
Don't you worry. We'll look after him.
And what's your name, by the way?
I'm Virak. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you. Yes. Yeah, my name's Elmar, as I said, Elmer Barton, and you can get most provisions here. You find anything interesting on your travels, obviously I might be interested. Taking it off your hands.
I'll keep that in mind if I find any trinkets or anything.
Perfect. And, right, okay. Well, I'll get Ander and Thistle on to make sure they've loaded these things up, and we'll bring the wagon around the front. You just go tell... it's Locron, isn't it? Is he... I haven't seen him today, actually.
I have not seen him either. Locron?
Yeah, you don't know Locron, do you?
Isn't it Loki? No.
No. No, he's the good. You not met Locron?
No.
All right.
I think I heard a vague story about him being in a bed and it was slightly wet, but that's about it.
Right, okay. Right, yeah, he was... that'd be last night. He was going for it last night. He seemed in a funny mood, I have to say. As usual, got used to his stories, though. Can tell a story, that boy. Oh well, he's probably sleeping it off. Anyway, right. Well, okay, I'll get this thing's ready, and thanks for the business.
No worries. I'll pop back and meet up with the others again.
Okay. All right. Anybody else want to do anything, or shall we skip to the point where you've got your wagon and you're heading north?
Yeah, just a quick one for me. Yeah. Super quick, sorry.
Yeah.
I've organized Tobin, the innkeeper, to save me a few crates of his best brew.
Oh, right.
And I'm just going to go and pick it up and load it in the cart. Okay.
Okay. So before you go, he just sort of comes up to you and goes, well, if you don't mind, just best settle up. I'll keep the rooms for you, no problem at all. But it's been, well, what with the beer as well and the rooms, local rooms, 7 gold, probably about 30 gold in total for you, if you don't mind, before you go.
For me, you mean for all of us, right?
For all of you, yeah.
Yeah,
for all of you.
Yeah, so you need to speak to Elborain. You know, the guy with the ears? Yeah.
He's got ears, yes, yeah.
Yeah. That's the guy you need to speak to for the money, okay? He's in charge of the
right.
The old bill, right?
Okay, so I guess as you're kind of getting your bits and pieces ready, you're packing your bags up and so on, he'll come and approach you as well, Elborain, and ask you for the 30 gold for board, lodgings, and the 2 crates of beer.
Yeah, perfect. That's fine. That's good, mates. Right? Cheers, Toblin, for looking after us. Yeah, if you could take those crates, just put them in the back of the back of our provisions, and then on the way, could you just ask Barthen? I give you a little bit, some more gold pieces to ask Barthen to put us some provisions in for the trip as well. You know, all 4, just the 4 of us.
Sure. Okay, so let's just say similar sort of total for 8. Let's just say give yourselves a few extra rations and a few extra spares. Let's chuck another 30 gold in. That'll give you enough provisions for 10 days for the 4 of you. And obviously, if you don't use them, they'll keep.
Perfect. So that was 60 total.
Yeah, 60 total. Take that off your treasure pool. I'm guessing you so far have divided money out between you, haven't you? So you've each got your own money.
Yeah. I'll just take it out the treasure one.
Actually, you do have 82 silver pieces. That's probably
in the pool. Yeah,
that could be melted down if you were desperate. But and don't forget you've got 2 sending stones now as well.
I've got them.
You've got them both. Yeah.
Yep.
Super. I'll just update that. 60.
Okay.
Yep.
And with that, as Elborain is updating the gold and counting it up and just keeping a note on things, you climb on the cart. Felmir sort of sits in the back, lies down, shuts his eyes. It's actually not too uncomfortable, Felmir, for you. It's the gentle movement of the cart, and the sound of nature around you, and the idea of actually heading back to the woods. Now you feel safer for the first time in days. That's the clip clop of the Vincent the ox lulls you into a little bit of an easy sleep, and you soon find yourself very deeply asleep. The rest of you kind of walking alongside. The cart doesn't move very quickly. You make a pleasant journey. It's not too hot. A few clouds. Doesn't look like there's going to be rain immediately. So yeah, you've got a pleasant rest of the day's walk, and it takes you a long time, but it takes you the rest of the day before you start seeing ahead of you the dark outline on the horizon to start with, which soon resolves itself into the vast forest that is Neverwinter Wood. And as the late afternoon approaches, you find yourselves approaching the eaves of the wood and decide to set up camp for the night. And having set up camp, we will leave it there. We'll come back for the night's rest. You can tell me who's going to do what overnight, and we'll see what transpires. So, welcome to the new party.
Quests! Woo!
Side quest.
I love it.
Right, and you're off. Well done.
I don't even know what the main storyline is anymore. We just do side quests.
Well, it's a dragon, right? It's a dragon, and the threat that is.
Well, that is also a good point. Let me just roll something.
No.
Oh yeah, because the dragon moves, right?
Like the elephant in the room in this this campaign is the dragon on the map.
Yeah.
Ah.
Interesting. Okay. All right, guys. Very good. Well done.
They all died.
I hope we haven't kept you all up too late. And,
No.
That's all right.
so next week I won't be able to do so. I'm having my knee operation on Saturday.
Ooh.
So
Jeez.
I think I'm just, if I feel fine on Monday evening, I'll let you know. But at this point, I'm thinking I need
Sure.
I very much doubt I will be able to sit still or sit comfortably for long. But I'm fully expecting by the next week we will. So it'll give me a chance to update the podcast and things. But if we can meet next week, we will. But if not, we've left it in a good place to carry on next time. When adventure awaits.
In the good place.
Here we are. In a good place. All right, guys. Well done. Nice to see you. Nigel, well done.
All right, bye, guys.
All right, see you.
Thank you very much.
Right.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks for joining the Artificer's Cast as we play the Dragon of Icespire Peak. We are Cabz, Joe, Stephane, George and Rue, and me, Hamish, the DM. We use Roll20 for VTT, Dungeon Alchemist for maps where possible, Sirenscape for all music and sound effects, D&D Beyond for character sheets, rules and general D&D related info, and Beyond 20 to magically stitch D&D Beyond to Roll20. See you next time.